Hi, this is ESPN.com's Mark Schlabach with my colleague Chris Low. Chris, big topic every offseason in college football, it seems, is the coaching carousel. This last offseason, we saw guys like Derek Mason move from Stanford's defensive coordinator to his first head coaching job at Vanderbilt. Notre Dame defensive coordinator Bob Diaco takes his first head coaching job at UConn. Some other guys like Michigan State's Pat Narduzzi, Alabama's Kirby stayed put for yet another season at their current schools. Let me ask you, when is the right time for a hot coordinator or hot young head coach to make a move to a better job?
Well, and that's a tough question because timing is everything. You don't want to get stuck at a place where maybe you are stuck under a coach's umbrella. I mean, I think you look at Kirby Smart at Alabama, and the whole deal with him is it his defense? Is it Nick Saban's defense? I think Kirby's been smart, though. I think he's been picky. He wants to go to a place where he's got a chance to win and win a championship. Pat Narduzzi's the same way at Michigan State. He could have gone to UConn. He decided to stay put. I think if you have a chance to win a title and you feel like the resources are there, everything's in place, and you make that move, if you've got a good place or a good situation where you are, in those two guys' cases, I think you can afford to be pretty picky.
I think you can be patient, but I think if you're a young coach who aspires to be a head coach, I think you have to be careful not to stay in one place too long. Some guys out there, like Virginia Tech defensive coordinator Bud Foster, I think they're fine and happy and content in their role. We saw the same thing with Tom Bradley, who was Penn State's longtime defensive coordinator. It's interesting. Some guys make the move, like a Derek Dooley, who went from Nick Saban's assistant to Louisiana Tech and then almost immediately to Tennessee. And guess what? He didn't have a lot of success, and now I think it's going to be very difficult for him to land another head coaching job. I think it's why guys like Kirby Smart, Mike Bobo at Georgia, and Pat Narduzzi at Michigan State, I think it has to be the perfect job. And let's face it, with the amount of money some of these coordinators are making now, Kirby Smart's making $1.2 million a year or even more. He probably has more job security than any assistant coach in the country. Why take a chance if you're not convinced you can win at a school?
And sometimes it's a job you don't take that's maybe the best decision you can make. Gus Malzahn's a great example. He'd all but decided to take the Vanderbilt job in 2011 when he was at Auburn as coordinator. I think slept on it, decided that maybe it wasn't the right time, the timing wasn't right, decided to stay put, ended up going to Arkansas State the next year. Now he's at Auburn as head football coach. So it certainly worked out for him. And it's one of those things, as you say, it's figuring out when it's right and not staying too long.
Some guys struggle with being patient. For continuing coverage of college football's offseason, keep it right here at ESPN.com.